Where's my... Oh my god. What? It just starts? Okay. Okay. It's not day 74. It's day 75. Ah. Set title. Day 75 of walking. I can't believe this. Hi, Error. Hi, Lost One. Alright. So, turns out, when you hit start streaming on OBS, it doesn't bring up a page that's like, hey, set your stream info for the day. Like, put a new title. Hi, Jewel. It just starts. And so, I don't even know where to adjust that with OBS. It's probably in one of the things at the top left. Anyway, the black cat's a little different. Oh, they've got candy corn on the bar over there. It's day 75. I meant to do a thing, and I didn't. Okay. I didn't even record a video yesterday. I recorded 2/3 of a video. Whatever. I'm going to... Well, I did deep rock yesterday. I'm going to start stretching. I forgore the thing. Yeah. I'm not really worried about it not happening. I should really make sure I get it done today. It'll be sooner the better. Hi, Shere Khan. Oh. Ba-dum-ba-bum. Oh. Was that 3? I've already lost count. It doesn't hurt to do more. They Halloweened the black cat. It's got decorations all over it. Did you fix your balance? Kinda? Tell you what I didn't fix. No, it's floating there. Also, this could change. Now my legs are straighter. I don't know. I don't know if my balance was actually that bad and worse, or I'm just like, wow, I'm so wobbly, I feel bad at balancing. It's the stretch. It's the stretch from the emote. Oh. She makes it look so inhuman. Like, now that I'm doing it, I'm like, how the fuck? How? I'm touching my floor, and my feet go further down like 3 inches. What the heck's going on there? I'm like palms flat on my floor. Why do my feet extend further? Eye touching your floor, I'm Shere Khan. Bah! Oh no. I was like, what stretches do we have left? We've got this one that loosens up our legs and helps with walking. And then we've got the bad one. The one that I don't like doing. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do it like this. Yeah. I have a gray screen. I cannot see anything at all. I'm just going to assume I have tracking, and it's normal, and you can see me. Hopefully it's not just hearing me. This is a very long gray screen. Why it be like this? I don't like not seeing chat. I don't like it. I thought I'd found a good angle that would keep tracking. This is like the worst tracking. Oh good, it came back. Stop hitting me. What do you mean? Hi, Deadly Albino. Oh, our tracking does not look good there. We're gonna recalibrate. Where is that track? Okay. What do I mean? What do you mean? I'd forgotten that I bonked you when you said your dad joke. And so I thought like my tracking was going weird when I was plinking. It's the video. It's Suramar. This video is weirding me the fuck out. Oh. Really? Okay. Apparently all of my cameras got set to global. And that's not what we want. Anchor, local. So we gotta do a quick fix for this. That's good, right? I'm gonna zoom out more than usual, see how that works. Okay, move with me. We're doing Suramar today. Walking through Suramar. I uploaded this like 2 or 3 days ago. This is my first time watching it. This video has 370 views. What the fuck? What? Huh? What? What? Fucking what? We're walking. Oh. I'm supposed to be able to see my view count today. I thought I fixed this. And it's not there. Cool. I think Streamlabs just had an update. People like Cuteland vids. Yuland isn't in this video. This is just the walking through Suramar video. I think people just like Suramar. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about my view count. That's, in my eyes, kind of important information to have. and I can't see it now. Ugh. This was easily the best zone of Legion, possibly the best zone of WoW. Because it wasn't like just for leveling and you go through it in 5 hours. Hypixel. This zone was like a whole quest thing over weeks at max level when the expansion first came out. And so it was like, you go to this zone, and you find like a distress beacon, and that takes you to this zone. You find the person who sent the distress beacon, and you set up a base with her, and she's like, I got kicked out of the city of Suramar. We're going to lead a rebellion. Technically, I led a rebellion, and I got stabbed. This time, we're going to do a better rebellion. And so you're like, yeah, I'm with you. All right, we'll help. Because the elves that are running the city are in league with the demons. And so you help her set up a base. You find some stragglers in the forest. This forest. And you kind of build your forces. You find out that the elves, if they're not absorbing magic, they turn into zombies. So you find a way to pacify and control the zombies. Then you start going to the city in disguise and like building up the rebellion from within the city. And then you like actually do a whole assault on the city, and it's fucking cool. You also find a cure for them along the way so that they don't need to absorb magic on the daily. Yeah, this zone kicks ass. Not only was it like just one of the coolest storylines of a zone, it was also just like fucking gorgeous. You read about Suramar in books? Yeah, there's a lot of really just cool shit in Suramar. Also, it's the location of the Moon Guard. The Moon Guard were a small army of night elves, and they lived here for more than 10,000 years, but they were kind of just outside of Suramar, like, hey, if the bubble ever goes down, we're back with our people. And then the bubble went down, and this group that was like, lived in this fortress, out in the wilds, for 10,000 years, just gets annihilated by this. Like, the barrier goes down and the city just fucking wipes them out instantly. So it's kind of a tragic end to this very historic army and fortress. Like, literally, Moonguard is the most famous server for World of Warcraft because that's the ERP server. Some of them survive. Some of them survive and join your rebellion. But it's still like, oh, that's a little unfortunate for them. My leg feels better today. We ended earlier than I wanted to yesterday because my right knee started, like, just hurting with every step. And I was like, that's a good time to stop. We're already over 5. Now it feels great. Now it feels fantastic. Today's Monday, right? Ugh. Why Monday? Yeah, Monday. Yeah. I mean, so Ike will be live again. We'll see what he streams. Probably more Cyberpunk. It is Tuesday. What are you, Australian? What is wrong with Monday? Lost, when you like your Mondays, because that's a day you have off. He said Cyberpunk over? Ooh. It's Mondays for 90% of the people out there. The day they start their work week. He also told you what he's gonna play, but I ain't telling. Oh yeah, he said he was gonna do more VR chat. That's right. Damn it. I want to see if I can bring him back to Ryuko's Rock. Because that's a map I did with him like 3 or 4 years ago. But I don't want it to be today or tomorrow. Because today and tomorrow are Baldur's Gate days. What's on Wednesday? I don't have plans for Wednesday. I've had plans Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I'm kind of just like, oh my god, I actually have like a busy schedule for a bit. Oh shit. Gaming with the cute Yulin today? Yeah. We've just started Act 3 of Baldur's. I don't think we're going to finish the game by the end of tomorrow. I think Act 3 is going to be a fucking doozy with a ton of shit in it. I have one more video after this one, and I'm working on the video after that one. The video I'm working on has some of the coolest scenery in World of Warcraft, because you're on a different planet, and this planet has been temporarily moved, like, literally right next to Azeroth. So there's shots where, like, I'm walking like this, and then the sky is just space, and a fucking globe taking up, like, 3/4 of the skybox. Hi, Brown. I am sure we have missed so many quests already. Oh, certainly lost one. This is a fucking blinders playthrough. Not even a speedrun playthrough, but just to, like, put the blinders on and eyes on the prize. I want a drink. I don't know if I would call this the best run. I've probably been infuriating Lost One. It's not blind like it's a first playthrough, although it is. It's blind as in there's stuff I'm actively avoiding. Like, I know that if I talk to every NPC, I'll get some quests. I'll talk to people and they'll be like, hey, go over here and do this for me. I'll reward you, right? We get to a town and we're like, find the vendors, find how to get to the next area. I actively avoid NPCs. So it's... I don't even know what to call that type of run. I called it blinders just now. I don't know if I should call it that. It is, it is a Lorewalker's heretical run. That's what it is. After that, once I'm with Core, I'll go much slower, although I don't expect to ever finish that run. I'm just waiting for us to be under level and under geared and we can't do anything. But you know that's not going to happen, Lost One, because we're on easy mode. Like, we fought the boss of Act 2 and we dumpstered him. Granted, it took us 2 tries because shit went wrong the first time. But, like, once he came out, we fucking whooped his ass. We're gonna go see harpies. We're gonna go see distant relatives of Core and Lofam and Kumi. And these harpies aren't nice. In fact, they're also kind of ugly. But they dress way better. And by that, I mean they don't wear clothes. Yeah. I played Deep Rock yesterday. I played Deep Rock with Full and Tal and Apple. And we finished Oktoberfest. That was some shenanigans. We, God, what was the big moments? At one point, we had a really big exploding guy on us. The type that, like, you kill him and he becomes a fucking nuke. We also had a meteor shower. We also had, like, some robot thing spawn on us, so it was, like, everything at once. Everything at once. And, that was crazy. That was a little wild. But we got through it. And, I don't think we failed any missions. When we played a week or two ago, Full and I were on the same level. I was like 2 levels ahead of him. Since then, he has apparently played every day for 2 weeks straight and prestiged I don't even know how many times and unlocked everything. And so I was the low B baby of the group while everyone else was like multiple prestiges, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Alrighty then. Hi, Jack. Are you working today? Working and walking with you? Hell yeah. I thought Lost One was gonna be here like right away, but he's probably gonna come by later. He's probably watching multiple streams right now. You got your treadmill up in your office? Wait, are you like gonna be walking? Oh my god. You've done almost nothing today at work? Because your VPN stopped working. Your speed is 3.0? You better not be in a fucking VR headset while going 3.0. That's kind of fast and dangerous, Jack. I feel like I'm pushing it 2.5. Harpy. On weekend, you might see if you can walk with me in VR. Okay. What type of treadmill do you have? Is it a big one or like a ground treadmill? And if so, you really need to put something next to it that you can like keep a hand on. A big one? Okay, so it's got like supports to grab? Okay, that'll work. Hold on, wait, you got it up in your office? Is your office on like the second floor? Because you said up. Did you get a treadmill upstairs? Huh? Not those super big ones like Top Speed 6? What does this one top? Oh god. This thing tops at 12 miles per hour. This thing's a beast. Our tracking's shitty today. You already know. You'll take a picture after for you? Hell yeah. I want to drink again. I weighed myself yesterday after stream, and I was 173 pounds. The week before, I was 174, so I kind of have hit a plateau. And I was like, shit. And I know what the problem is. The problem is that I got peanut butter, and I've been snacking on it. So I had like 4 or 5 spoonfuls of peanut butter yesterday. It's just, I missed it. It's so good. How on earth? I wish I had a solution for this tracking. I tried something yesterday. I have a glass nightstand just to the left of me. And I tried putting a blanket over it just to see if maybe that was causing reflection issues. And it looks like doing that did absolutely nothing. Well, there he is. There's the boy. Ah. Ah. Oh, I might need to look at the filter. It kind of seems like the mic is picking up all the stuff. Well, no, it should have copied the settings. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You started with your day 75, so let's go. What do you mean you started with day 75? Or are you gonna like weigh yourself every day? Starting at day 75. You're on day 1? Okay, my day 75 is your day 1. Gotcha. Hi, Freya. Freya, I saw Zoe playing Deep Rock yesterday, but I couldn't pop in because I was playing Deep Rock yesterday. And so everybody was getting the Oktoberfest thing done, which I'm assuming is what Zoe was doing. Hi, Shine Marsh. I don't know. It's just my tracking. It's actually really bothering me. As soon as I move over there, my tracking will kind of sort itself out. So I don't know. If it was January and my parents were going to be gone for 5 months, I'd like move everything in this room to see if putting the treadmill in the middle of the play area solves it. But I don't know. I don't know, Shine Marsh. How much longer are you going to be awake? Damn, feels like I'm in trouble for asking that since you're using... Okay, well, Shine, here's the thing. The tracking is the thing that bothers me the most. It's like, I hate it. It bothers me so much. I want to fix it so bad, and I have genuinely no idea how to go about fixing it. And when you're like, damn, Grandpa, your tracking fucking sucks dick, I'm just like, I know. And I should be redirecting all of this frustration at you. But that's why you might do 6 miles per day. Why has everybody got to show me up? Well, maybe you'll just go to bed then. Well, don't. Yeah, how you like that? Just don't.
Nah, Shine. Go to bed. Show him who's boss.
No. Oh, it's getting worse.
Like, I'm done with you, Yulin. Depot sleep. Oh my god, if we put one of those things with the rubber ball, with the tennis balls at the bottom in front of you, you'd actually have the grandpa walk.
This is bully. This is mean. Shine.
I don't know, you wanted me here.
So you know what zone this is, right? There's like no way Shine Marsh doesn't recognize the zone. Yeah, so I think people really like this zone because I uploaded this. You're going the wrong way to your balance of power final thing. I'm not doing the balance of power final thing. I uploaded this video like 2 days ago. This is the first time I'm actually watching it myself. The video has 370 views. And I'm like, what? Wait, hold on. Huh? What the fuck is happening? I think people just really like Suramar. Is my butt just progressively gonna go more and more into the sky?
It looks like it.
I like want to fix it, but at the same time I'm like curious how bad it's going to get.
I mean, at this point, I don't think you can fix it.
There has to be something I can do to fix it. There's no way. Like, why?
Donna, clearly something's broken. Either one of your trackers is dying or your base station's dying.
I don't think it's something dying. I think it's just the alignment is getting worse and worse as it goes on without being reset. The booty is popping.
Does this only happen when you're on the treadmill?
It's literally just when I'm on the treadmill. That is the only time it does
could...
this.
I don't know, are the walls in your room white?
They are.
Oh. I mean, it could be fucking with the laser tracking for the base stations because of the wall.
Got too many reflective treadmill surfaces, all sweaty. Oh my god. I might shoot a DM to somebody. Because I know of someone who might have the solution. Well,
Oh?
I don't know if she'll have the solution, but I can't think of anybody more knowledgeable on the topic than her, so...
I see.
Hi, non-dairy. You're awake. You've not slept? Go to bed. Go to bed right now. Okay, go shower, then tell me your story, and then go to bed. I was watching non-dairy last night. I literally woke up at 2 a.m. and was watching them till like 4 or 5 a.m. Stinky and sleep deprived.
Sounds like Euland.
I mean, so I did find out last night that non-dairy and I have a lot in common. Their suggestion for a world to walk through was like Satisfactory. They're like, I love this game called Satisfactory. You should walk through it, and it'd be really cool to see some people's factories there. And I was like, oh, non-dairy. Oh, you're not one of my favorite people.
Euland has a lot of favorite people.
I do. My favorites list is very inclusive.
Is it really?
Yes. Who do you think?
Okay, who's on it?
You're on it. Non-dairy's on it. Spacefish is on it.
Wait, why am I on the favorites list?
Why would you not be?
Just because we're friends doesn't mean I have to be on the favorites list.
Lost One, we're friends? You're literally my mod? We've known each other for years? We're playing my first Baldur's Gate run together? Like, I think you're pretty cool, Lost One. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I think I'm a little shit.
I also think you're a little shit, but you're still one of my favorites.
Okay.
Shine Marsh is a favorite. Jack is a favorite. Shere Khan is a favorite. There's a lot of favorites.
You haven't named any of the ones that I thought were definitely on that list.
Well, okay, so there's some people that, like, are obviously favorites. Like, Core is obviously a favorite. She might be, like, the tippy top favorite.
See.
Selden is a favorite.
Yeah, Jack. Why would you not be on the list?
Aiko is a favorite.
Sister Din's on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boss is a favorite. Telena's a favorite.
Pepe Hands to Lena.
Pepe Hands Telena. Yeah, I don't know why Jack doesn't think he wouldn't be there. He's always been cool and super nice to me. And he did fan art. So it's like... I mean, that's just straight to my heart.
Now it's awful horrible, your track.
Oh, I'm aware. It is... I don't know what's going on with it.
Soon your butt will be higher than your head.
My feet?
It's getting there.
My feet look like they're at my knees. Getting pretty hunchback there. Yeah? Yeah. What is going on? We're 37 minutes in. Yulin just wants to show off his
37 minutes
dumpy
in,
as usual.
Scuffed as possible.
I'm gonna not fix my tracking today, just so I can see how bad it gets, and I can take multiple screenshots and show the person I want to ask questions of. Be like, hey, I'm starting like this on a treadmill. I'm pretty centered in my play space. Yuland, I love you, but damn. Hi, Pixel. I know, we're just letting it get as bad as possible today. Because I went into today thinking, we're gonna fix it. I've covered the reflective surface right next to my tracking. You're cooking bread? What type of bread? I went into this thinking I fixed my tracking. And now it's like, what the fuck? The long, thick sour on E? Fuck yeah. I could live on bread. I could literally just have a big bread loaf every day and just eat that. The smell of fresh bread. Mm-hmm.
Do you rotate your trackers, or is your hip tracker always your hip tracker?
My hip tracker is always my hip tracker. You'd get fat. I know I would get fat, Shine. That's why I don't do it.
Maybe there's a bunch of sweat in your tracker and it's starting to die.
It shouldn't. Bread makes you fat? I got a disappointing message for you, Shine. I don't like Scott Pilgrim. I think it's a great movie. I think it was really well done. But the plot and the characters, I don't like them. I don't like them. Yeah, that's, yeah.
I don't remember anything that happened in the movie.
So Scott, like, meets this girl, and he's like, wow, she's super cool. I'm gonna beat up anybody that gets in my way so that I can date her. And she's got a bunch of these weird exes that are like, I'm gonna be super awful and manipulative, or whatever. I guess not manipulative, but I'm not gonna let anybody date her because I'm her ex or something. I don't know. At some point, Scott also dates a minor before the show. That's kind of weird. Scott doesn't say he's going to beat up everyone. He just does beat up everyone. Don't draw this, Jack. Please don't draw this.
Oh my god, Super Scott first drawing. Let's go.
I don't know. I also think Scott's kind of weird how he's like, you're stalking her and being like, hey, tell me about this girl. And they're like, yeah, you don't want to get messed around with that girl. Like, just fucking don't be weird, dude. And he's like, thanks, I got all the information I need from you. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, so it's not fair for me to judge it too harshly. I'm sure it's a great, fun watch. How many butts per mile?
Oh.
Bussies. I love bussies. Went into one of those for the first time this weekend. Thought it was great. Had a wonderful time. Left. Came back again for round 2. Wait, you're saying this without having seen the movie? Yeah, I'm saying this without having seen the movie. Euland, your posture is not right.
Did you read
I
the
am
comic?
aware. No, I've just been around the internet enough that I've heard a lot about it. I'm not saying something subjective like Scott Pilgrim's commentary on the dating landscape of the world is toxic, but I'm not saying anything like that. What I am saying is, was his previous girlfriend a minor? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Did he beat up a bunch of guys to get with a girl? Yeah, that's a thing he did.
I mean, technically they started the fight.
Oh, that makes it okay.
I mean, it doesn't make any of it okay, but it's just stating it.
Was he going around and asking where she works and her friends to get information on her? And then when he found out she was a delivery girl for Netflix, which I guess in the recent versions has been changed to Amazon, was he ordering stuff specifically to meet her? Yeah. That's a thing he did.
Oh my god, remember when Netflix delivered stuff?
I know. Hi, the cat. I'm aware. So normally I'd be like trying to fix my tracking today. Hi, Gail. Today we're just going to see how bad it gets. Because yes, it's really bad.
It's one of the cute fins.
I don't know why it's
Even
this
though
bad.
Gail hates when I say that.
Look, it's the elf zombies. They're called the Withered. Femboy Yoda. Should I just fix it? Should I just be like, this is a good enough example of how awful it gets? And fix my tracking now? And just fix it every 30 minutes?
I'm pretty sure this is as bad as it can get.
Oh, I have no doubt that it could get worse. Okay. So I can see that it thinks my hip tracker is literally behind my head. Let's see what that does.
Really?
Yeah, so on the thing. Oh my god. If you saw the gray orb behind my head, that was the hip tracker.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure all of that is framed as him being weird and creepy. That's part of the point of him then figuring some shit out and becoming less of a creep. Okay, that's fair. When I learned the most about it was when I was watching Reaper play the video game Scott Pilgrim. The Scott Pilgrim, the video game. And I was like, he was telling me about it, and I was like, he just sounds like an awful person. He just sounds like the worst person ever. And he's like, no, he's great. He's the hero. Every character aside from him in the first bit of the movie is like, why are you dating a high schooler? He also cheats on her. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten that little bit.
I mean, he does sound like a douchebag.
He's not a good person. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he goes through some character development and becomes a good person. I like the main character to be a good person, not the best person. One of my biggest gripes with Tales of Zestiria is that Sorey, the main character of this game, just doesn't do anything wrong. He's just perfect and wholesome and never breaks. And I hated him. But then grows and isn't a chode. I like seeing character development. Like, Zuko is one of my favorite stories ever from Avatar The Last Airbender. This stream looks like a speedrun of not having diabetes. You know, kind of the cat. I'm 5'6" and I hit 205 pounds. And it was like, I need to lose weight. So now we do 5 miles on a treadmill every day.
I don't know. I had a group of friends who gave me shit for liking Zuko and Avatar.
Was the show finished?
They were like, yeah, the show was finished. They were like, why do you like Zuko? And I'm like, because he pretty much has the only character development in the entire show.
Okay, I'll disagree with that.
He has the most character development out of everyone.
He easily does.
Some people just remain the same.
Like who?
Let's be honest. I mean, Sokka's the same through the
No,
entire
he's not.
show.
He's literally
He starts
not.
out a doofus. He ends out a doofus. Let's be honest.
No. Sokka is actually really smart, but he's a goofball. But he starts out literally hating bending and being near racist against it, to then, like, seeing how incredible bending is and appreciating it, but feeling inadequate and inferior to it. And then, like, getting his self-confidence at the end to stand next to them. What is my weight now? My weight now is 173. So we've lost 32 pounds in 75 days. What does DPS mean? I'm forgetting. It's not dual penetration system. It's dynamic penetration system. That's what it is. Thank you, both of you. As good as 32 pounds is, I'm like, it's not enough. I was 174 a week ago. Damn it. Not to be confused with DPM. Yeah, DPM is dicks per mile.
It's not what it is, though.
Wow, you actually answered. I was sure you were going to say something like it's what you do in those MMO maps. What is DPS?
No, DPM.
It is. It's dicks per mile.
No, it's Doctor of Pediatric Medicine.
No, it's not. I gained over this work at home.
It's actually what it is.
That's exactly what happened to me, Jack. Work from home was so, like, mentally, it was so good for me. Like, my mental health and just happiness went up so much from going in at the office. But I instantly put on 20 pounds. I went from 180 and shot up to 200 in like a month. You need to lose much more than that to be a healthy weight. Well, Freya?
How tiny is Freya?
Get the treadmill and join us in VR chat. 190 at 5'5". Tall, they're 5'5" and 5'6".
Oh my god, Freya is actually tiny.
Hell yeah, Freya. Shine, what? I am tall. What do boobs and toys have in common? They were both originally made for kids, but daddies end up playing with them. True. Just because the average for you is like 5 foot, Jack. I have this weird, like, fucking hip lock as I walk because it thinks my tracker's all the way back here. But I very much prefer this than what it was doing earlier. Although I think waving my hand around like that moved my tracker back even more. Literally zero room for a treadmill here, sadly. Alright, here's what you do, Freya. You get one of them standing treadmills that's really small and doesn't take up much room at all. And if you can't afford that, you get on VR chat in your VR headset. And you head to this map called H Party. And I can help you with this part. You get a REM avatar, and I'll get a RAM avatar. And we will basically just fuck people at H Party for money. And once you have enough for your treadmill, you're good to go. But I am average in Asia for sure. Yeah. There's a gym at the apartments. Yeah, but that means going to the gym. That's a strategy. Shine, have you never heard me say that to people? We were talking about Lily not being able to afford something recently, and I was like, alright, you've got Kron with you. Get the Rem and Ram and head to H Party. Yeah, well, it's free. H Party equals Hentai Party? Most likely. You haven't heard me say that? Oh, that's actually shocking, Shine, because I've said it to a lot of people, especially in the Demi server. You should travel Asia with Shine and find him in the crowd.
On stream.
Well, Shine can't find me. I'm not around a lot. You're around a lot. Jewel, I'm not surprised you love H Party. I'm just, not surprised. What? In Demis? Not really. You're around more than me, Shine.
Everyone's around more than me.
Are you in Demi's Discord?
Yeah, but I don't know half of the people in Demi's Discord.
Mm-mm.
So it's like when there's people in the VC, I'm just like, I don't know any of these people.
I need to put more effort into being around there. I need to, like, if I'm recording a video, I should be in a voice chat with people. I want to socialize with people more. And, like, it's fine when I'm just, like, in a Discord, or not in a Discord recording a video and, like, just watching some stream, but it's better with friends. Yulin, did you change your diet, or are you eating the same? I'll go through the whole history, Jack, just for you. I'm saying just for you. It's not even like that bad or inconvenient for me to talk about this. When I started, I was just on the treadmill. And I did this for like 25 days, and I lost 10 pounds instantly. And then I plateaued at 195 and just stopped losing weight. For like a week and a half, I just wasn't losing weight. And it was like, okay, I'm working out more, but I'm not losing weight. And then I looked at the calories for milk, and I was drinking about 2/3 of a gallon a day, and a gallon was 1,600 calories. And so it was like, okay, if I want to lose weight, I need to cut out milk. So I cut out milk, and for a bit, my diet stayed the same. It's still kind of the same. I've tried a few things. One week I tried protein bars and sandwiches. The next week I tried rice, ground beef, and beans. I'm going to be doing the rice, ground beef, and beans a lot more, because I actually really like that. Before, I was eating, like, frozen meals. So I'd have, like, I would have, like, French fries that were frozen, and I just heat them up in the oven. Or I would have, like, a Devour meal kit, which is, like, macaroni and cheese with bacon bits. So yeah, my diet has changed. It's a little bit the same. There's days where it's like I still have the French fries, but I want to switch almost completely to rice, beans, and meat. Crazy, I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, rats, rubber rats, yada yada. Okay, the timing for a walk wouldn't start for me until around this time, 10 a.m. my time. And I could join you on walks starting next week. Sound good? Freya, you are more than welcome to join me. I want to socialize more too with Euland. Oh my goodness, Pixel. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Yeah, so Jack, if you just exercise more and eat the exact same, you will lose weight. You just will. It is all of it comes down to calorie deficit. If you are eating 2,000 calories a day and losing 2,000 calories a day, you'll stay the same. If you lose 2,000 calories and then you exercise and burn 500 calories and consume 2,000 calories, you'll be more hungry. But if you keep it at 2,000 calories intake, you will lose weight. And so I am intaking calories. I'm trying to do less. I'm trying to get foods that are more nutritionally better and less calories. And then I'm also just trying to burn calories every day. And so the way weight loss works is it's not like a perfect slope. There will be days where it seems like you lose 3 pounds. And then there will be days where you weigh yourself, you didn't mess up your diet at all, you exercised, and you go up a pound. And it's just like, what? It's just not super consistent. But if you stick to your diet, if you stick to your exercise, you will go down. Where is it? That gray orb, that's my hip tracker.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with your hip tracker.
Hi, Juice. I don't think it's the tracker. I think it's the base stations. I think these are 1.0s. They're getting kind of old. They aren't supposed to last this long. I think it might be time I upgrade. And that kind of sucks, because base stations can be expensive. Time to get Slimers? No. We're not getting slime trackers. Slime trackers are for laying in your bed with a comforter over you. Slime trackers are not for walking on a treadmill.
But they could be.
No, they're not. Slime trackers do not keep up well with fast movement. And, they drift a little. You have to reset them like every 20 minutes. Even just laying down, unless you're like perfectly motionless and still, they'll start moving a little bit. I have literally seen this happen to Core. Their tracking is not as bad as like using an Xbox Kinect, but if you want
That's because
accurate
nothing
tracking,
is bad as using an Xbox Kinect.
True. If you want good tracking, you're not supposed to drift in a Mustang, but like you can. Okay. Because my tracker is so far up there, it's just got the body fucking stiff. Like, we don't know what to do with this now.
The tracking has completely broken down.
So,
Hey, at least the trackers on your feet work.
yeah, what it seems like I need to do is recalibrate. I need to find a way to recalibrate the tracking outside of VRChat and like in Steam VR. That feels like that would fix it. I don't know how to do that on the fly. But I'll run the question by somebody. I have a feeling they're just gonna say, yeah, your base station's just going out. Because I've always been like, I know base stations go out. I've seen them go out for people. And they're like, oh, it can't track me anymore. And I've always just been like, how? How does it go out? Are you fucking like taking it down and putting it back up? It's how? I think it's just a two-motor thing
Well,
that, it just, through use, it runs out.
I mean, that's what happens to most electronics.
Mm-hmm.
When electricity goes through it, it heats up the motor, and eventually something breaks.
Yeah. It's most likely the lamp. Bonk, you're banned, Pixel. How dare you?
Okay, I'm hitting the button.
No, don't actually. I know there's like no way you were actually going to, but I still was like, no, don't actually ban him. Wow. Look at all these great stats that OBS Stream Elements gives me. I've dropped 0 frames. I've been recording for 0 seconds. My CPU usage is at 2.7%. My KB per S is 2,741. I would like to see my view count.
It's 12.
It's 12? Okay.
It's for the best that you can't see it. It's not an important number.
No, it's not. I like to see the number. You're back. All right,
Okay,
Non-Dairy.
now it's 13.
You're going to tell me your story, and then you're going to go to bed. I can't believe you didn't sleep at all.
No immediate response, expecting wall of text.
It's coming. They said they had a story. Yeah, Non-Dairy was like, you should make a video of Satisfactory.
And
I was like, oh, we have plans for Satisfactory. And Non-Dairy was like, awesome, I love that game. I've got 1,000 hours in it. And I was like, oh, I love you so much. I also have 1,000 hours in it. So you got off stream last night. Hours go by, and your roommate starts having an anxiety attack so bad it looks like she is having a seizure or heart attack. Oh, God. Call the fire department. Hour goes by. Then you have to go to the ER. Pixel, if ever there was an inappropriate timing for that joke. I get that it was to me. That's so tragic and unfortunate. Okay, so you're in the ER. I'm hoping this story doesn't end with a $7,000 bill. Hours go by and it's basically 1 ml of shit that fixes it, but it takes us 4+ hours to get through it. No bill yet. Oh, God.
Oh, they never give you the bill when you leave. They give you the bill a week later.
Ugh.
When they've decided how hard they want to fuck you over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can't refute it. I've heard a lot of the time it's good to like...
Did you go to the hospital in an ambulance?
Imagine getting
Because
bills
the
from a
ambulance
hospital.
ride itself is $1,000.
I've heard in a lot of scenarios, if you can ask for an itemized list, that reduces the cost a shit ton. But I'm also the type that's just like, I'd rather die here. But she's alive and just exhausted, asleep on the couch. You drove her for that exact reason. Mm-hmm. So, rough night for non-dairy. A 5-ish hour seizure, no good. Yeah, that sounds harrowing. I need a drink. Me too. Oh, you meant water? I mean, I need one of those drinks too, but yeah, I meant water.
Pog, is tonight a drinking night?
Not for Euland. Euland can't fucking drink.
I mean, you can drink, you just have to do it responsibly.
No, it tastes too bad. Like, I can't get it down.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol tastes bad. Nothing about alcohol ever tastes good.
Yeah, so it's so bad I can't get it down, Lost One. Thus, I cannot drink.
Yeah, I know.
The worst is I was supposed to take them to see Bad Religion tonight, and now I have no clue if it will even get to go.
I have no idea what Bad Religion is.
I'm assuming it's a movie. I hope everything works out, non-dairy. I think this is where I turn left. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I go left here. 1980s punk band. Oh, that's better than a movie, so it's worse to miss it.
That's what I thought it was. It's like, that sounds like a band name.
Well, so here's the thing. When it comes to me seeing concerts, I think I've been to 2 concerts in my life. My dad took me to a Tanya Tucker concert when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And then when I was like 9, my parents took me to a Sting concert. That's literally all I've done for concerts in my life. Tanya Tucker, I was fucking 4, so I was just like, this is country, I don't even want to be here. And then with Sting, my allergies were so bad. My allergies were so bad at this concert that I was like, hey, can you give me a Benadryl for my allergies? And my parents were like, yeah, here you go. And I knocked the fuck out. I slept through this whole concert. I think I saw one song at the beginning. And after that, they were like, woke me up and were like, Euland, it's time to go. And I was like, oh, okay.
I have never been to a concert. I never want to go to one.
I mean, if you're like an audiophile and you're really into music, they're great. I'm not. I like music. I typically need sound, but
they make recordings of the concert. I can just not go to the concert.
I think it's different, but for you and me, it's like, this is the same thing. If I was on the West Coast, I would offer to take you.
People.
If I was on the West Coast, non-dairy, I would reject that and say, can you just come to my house and we can play Smash Bros? Because,
oh, yes, just come to my house and we'll smash, bro.
I don't like to leave the house. Concerts no good. I think concerts are great. I just, I don't want to leave the house. I'm happy for the people that love concerts. God, this expansion was so good.
What expansion was this?
This was Legion. And if you ask me,
Never
this was the
played it.
peak of WoW.
I don't think I know anything about Legion.
So, there were 3 expansions that kind of tied together. The first one was Mists of Pandaria. Mists of Pandaria was basically, Garrosh was the war chief of the Horde, and new land was discovered. The island of Pandaria was discovered. Essentially, it was this massive continent in the southern seas that for like 10,000 years just had this mist surrounding it. And so it was impossible to navigate for ships because they would just go into this mist and they couldn't go straight. They would like literally just pop out of the mist somewhere else. It was like a whole living force was preventing anybody from going into this mist. Skill issue. And so for the longest time, the rest of the world was just like, this is the fucking Bermuda Triangle. You don't die there, but you're just going to be wasting your time there. And, you know, the longer you stay out at sea, the harder it is to stay alive, so don't waste your time in the mist. But then, at the beginning of Mists of Pandaria, there was an Alliance and Horde conflict right outside, and the mist kind of just went down. It just dissipated. And one of the Alliance ships fled to Pandaria, and a Horde ship followed it, and all the ships ended up getting destroyed. But on that Alliance ship was Anduin. The Horde had like kind of gotten word that Anduin was on the ship, and they were trying to capture him to use as leverage against the Alliance and like releasing prisoners of war or whatever. And the Alliance were just trying to protect Anduin. And so, when Garrosh finds out, he's like, hey, what happened to the ships that were going after Anduin? And his general was like, okay, so they got away on a continent. And Garrosh is like, whoa. A continent? What do you mean a continent? And they're like, well, you know how there's always been like this really big island or this really big mist there in the sea? Yeah, apparently there's an island there and the mist ain't there anymore. And so Garrosh is like, okay, I don't care about Anduin anymore. Get to that island. Get its resources. We need to basically claim as much land there before the Alliance can claim land there. Because, you know, a fresh continent of resources is a huge advantage in war. And the Alliance was just like, well, Varian Wrynn was like, that's my fucking son, get my fucking son back. And so, both of them send an army to Pandaria. The armies kind of wipe each other out. Except for a few soldiers. You're one of the few soldiers that, like, survive the conflict. You go in the second group. Like, basically when the second army goes to find out what happened to the ships that, like, got lost there, you're part of that group. And you find out that as you go through Pandaria, you're kind of chasing Anduin. You're kind of learning about the island. You learn that the Titans killed an old god here. Of the 4 old gods in Azeroth, they imprisoned 3 of them. But one, they just outright killed. And when they killed it, everything went wrong in the planet. Like, literally just by killing this old god, the planet was injured. And so the Titans were like, oh shit. we cannot kill old gods. We can just imprison them, because if we kill them, we kill the planet. Fuck. So imprison the
Yes.
old gods, don't kill them. However, this old god that died on Pandaria basically has cursed the land. And so now, if you have strong emotions, especially strong negative emotions, that manifests itself as Sha, which are these, like, they look like ink monsters. And so, if you get really angry, you will start being, like, possessed by your anger. And if you calm down, if somebody's like, hey, yo, chill, stop being so angry, and you're like, you're right, I shouldn't be so angry, and you take a deep breath, that anger that was possessing you manifests itself as a monster and literally, like, expels itself from your fucking eyes and mouth, and then just starts whapping people and killing people. And so, emotions, especially negative ones, are very dangerous in Pandaria. And so the people in Pandaria that live there are a bit concerned when the Alliance and Horde show up, and they're like, we've been at war for 50 years, and we'll do anything to kill our enemies. Because all the Pandaren are like, oh fuck, oh shit, these people have negative emotions, and that's all they got. They're going to just spawn a shit ton of monsters on this continent. Oh god. And so, you learn more about the Sha. You learn more about what the Mist was. The Mist was actually the last emperor of the Pandaren, who he decided his people were not ready to fight the demons at the Sundering 10,000 years ago, the War of the Ancients. And so he just hid them in Mist until they were strong enough and ready. And so, kind of a weird thing there that he did.
Then we got Kung Fu Panda.
Technically, we got Kung Fu Panda because the original rulers of Pandaria were the Mogu. The Mogu were the servants of the Titans. And when the Titans disappeared, the Mogu were kind of just like, they kept serving the Titans for like thousands of years until one of them was just like, this is bullshit. The Titans have abandoned us. We are not servants. If they're going to leave, this land is ours. And so, this guy named Lei Shen, he basically stole Titan technology from all the places that the Mogu were guarding, made himself practically a god with, like, control over lightning, and literally took over Pandaria. He just ruled.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
He was a fucking badass. After a couple thousand years, he died, and the Mogu emperors after him were basically just shitty versions of him, and, like, you know, usually more cruel, less intelligent, less of a plan. They were kind of just, like, inheriting his stuff and usurping the throne. Eventually, though, the Pandaren started practicing Kung Fu, which was martial arts without having a weapon, because they weren't allowed to hold a weapon. And so, the Pandaren overthrew the Mogu and basically got their freedom, and then they were free for 7,000 years and lived in peace, and then the Sundering happened, and, that's when the last emperor, like, hid the island in mist, yada yada. So Japanese farmers in, like, the 1600s. Kinda, yeah. And so, as you go through Pandaria, you learn more about the Thunder King, you learn more about the Sha. The Alliance and Horde players are kind of like, okay, we need to learn control, discipline, mastery of ourselves, so that we don't spawn Sha, and we learn how to deal with Sha in any time we encounter it. And then there's fucking Garrosh Hellscream. And Garrosh is like, hold on. You're telling me that if I'm in Pandaria and I get angry, I start getting possessed by my anger. And my anger makes me stronger. And if I just, like, embrace my anger, I'm just stronger? That's fucking badass. Let's just do that. And so, Garrosh Hellscream basically gives the orc people over to the influence of this old god, and they embrace their anger and rage and become like frenzy orcs. And in this frenzy, they find the heart of this old god that was slain. The heart can't be destroyed, and they use it as like essentially a source of rage, where they all just embrace the rage from this old god heart. And they get super strong. In their rage, they kick out the rest of the horde. They literally kick out the trolls, the Tauren, the Blood Elves, the Forsaken, the Goblins. They just throw all of them out of Orgrimmar. And it wasn't like, hey, you have 24 hours to get out of town, or there will be problems. It was like Garrosh went into the middle of Orgrimmar and was like, the horde is not a band of misfits. The horde is not bound by honor. The horde is bound by strength, and orcs are strength. Kill the non-orcs. And so literally just the orcs, they were ready for this. They just started killing people in the streets. And everybody that wasn't an orc was just fucking running for it. And a lot of them didn't make it. And so the final raid of Mists of Pandaria is the Siege of Orgrimmar. You go into Orgrimmar, you kill a ton of orcs powered by Shaw. You go down into Ragefire Chasm, which is like been changed into this base of operations for Garrosh and the old god energy. And it ends with you beating Garrosh. But you don't kill him. You're about to, and then Varian Wrynn shows up and he's like, you don't get to kill him. He's ours for what he did to our people. And the Horde are like, whoa, no. He's Horde, and we deal with our own, so we're going to kill him. And then Taran Zu, one of the leaders of the Pandaren, shows up and he's like, nobody has been hurt by this guy more than my people. He's going to Pandaria to serve trial. And both the Alliance and Horde are kind of like, yeah, okay, that's fair. And so that's how Mists of Pandaria ends, with Garrosh being sent to Pandaria to serve, to be on trial and probably die. Here's where things go wrong. There's a bronze dragon that's present at the trial, and a demon gives him visions of if Garrosh is executed, the demons win and take over the universe. And so this bronze dragon starts freaking the fuck out. Bronze dragons have power over time. They can go back and forth in time. And what this bronze dragon does is goes back in time to the right moment to save Garrosh. Or no, he doesn't go back in time. He just breaks him out and then opens a portal that goes to a different reality 30 years in the past and just saves Garrosh that way. And everybody's like, what the fuck, dragon? What are you doing? I think Rathian also kind of had a hand in this, but I'm not super certain on that. A few months go by. The dark portal in the Badlands, which was normally green and a portal to the Outlands, turns red. And you're like, why did it turn red? And suddenly a bunch of fucking orcs start coming out of it. And these are orcs that literally invaded Azeroth 30 years ago. Like the first Warcraft 1 storyline. Those orcs are coming through the portal. But they're not green this time. They're brown orcs. They're uncorrupted by fel magic. You find out Garrosh and this bronze dragon went back in time 30 years to Draenor in a different reality. They didn't go back in time in our timeline and like change up everything. It's just a different timeline. And the first thing Garrosh did when he got there was choke the bronze dragon and kill him. The second thing he did...
Of course.
The second thing he did was go meet his father and be like, hey, I'm from the future. the demons are going to try and take us over, and they're going to make slaves of all of us. And Grom Hellscream is like, slaves? We will never be slaves. And Garrosh is like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dad. And they fist bump, and they pull a ambush on Gul'dan, who tries to sell the horde out, sell the orcs out to the demons. And they just run a crusade on orcs, or run a crusade on warlocks and demons, and kill a ton of them. After this, they, you'd think they'd be happy, but no. They decide orcs are conquerors and they're going to take over the world. And they kind of do. There's a few places that are not taken over by the horde. Shadowmoon Valley, for one. Gorgrond is another. But everywhere else is pretty much orc-owned. However, because it involves us and the player character, it's not enough for them to rule their world. They have to come start shit with us. So this is kind of bad story writing. Shocker from a World of Warcraft story. They rebuild the Dark Portal, and they start invading us 3 years in the future, where Garrosh came from. And this makes us go to Draenor, the alternate Draenor. And we basically take on the Iron Horde. And they had a whole story planned, but the expansion was doing so poorly, they kind of like wrapped it up right at the end really quickly. But the story goes, you're fighting off the Iron Horde, which is led by Grom Hellscream. You kill... Well, you confront Garrosh Hellscream, and then Thrall kills him. And then you start confronting the Iron Horde more. The second raid is Blackrock Foundry, where you literally kill Blackhand. You're taking out the Orc Warlords one by one. And this gives Gul'dan enough of an upper hand to basically pull the rug out from under Grom and take over the Iron Horde and get them all to drink Fel blood and make them the Fel Horde that was originally in Warcraft 1. And so this ends with Gul'dan has a demon orc army, exactly what the demons wanted. But you go to Hellfire Peninsula and you stop him. You fight Gul'dan. Gul'dan actually brings back one of the 3 big demons. It's not Kil'jaeden, it's the other one, Archimonde. He brings Archimonde to Draenor. And this was a big mistake, because Archimonde is like in a vulnerable state. If you kill a demon on the demon plane, they stay dead. If you just kill them wherever, they just go back into... They just go respawn on Argus. But we kill Archimonde on his demon plane, kind of like his throne world for anybody familiar with Destiny. And as Archimonde's dying, he's like, Gul'dan, you fucked up, but the Legion isn't done with you. And he casts some magic and just teleports Gul'dan away. And we're kind of like, that's not good. I wonder where Gul'dan went. This goes into Legion, where Gul'dan has basically is teleported right in front of Kil'jaeden. Kil'jaeden is like as powerful as Archimonde, but way smarter. Archimonde is like dumb brain warrior. Kil'jaeden is like super mage and like master strategist. Kil'jaeden has like done things to fuck with people that took 60 years for his plan to finish up. Kil'jaeden is like nasty. And so with Legion, Gul'dan is sent to our timeline. The alternate reality Gul'dan is now in our timeline. In our timeline, Gul'dan died like 25 years ago. But the alternate one is now in our timeline, and Gul'dan is bad news. Gul'dan goes to the Vault of the Wardens and retrieves the body of Illidan. Then he goes to Suramar, literally this castle we're walking toward right now. And he basically talks to the queen there and is like, you have 2 choices. You can either give us this Font of Night that is like a super powerful source of magic that I'm going to use to bring back the god of demons, or we can crush you and take it. So do you surrender or do you resist? And she's a time mage. Her specialty is time magic, and she goes, let me think about that on us for a second. And then she goes Doctor Strange, looks at 10 million different timelines. Hi, Zuvi. She looks at 10 million different timelines, and in all of them, she sees her people just get fucking annihilated. And so, Dench, wow, lore and coherency. I've probably messed a few things up. I'm sorry. Because she loses in every timeline that she looks at, she's like, yeah, we surrender and take the Font of Night. And so the Legion story overall is you are going to the Broken Shore where the Tomb of Sargeras is. Or no, where the Font of Night is, to stop Sargeras from being resurrected. Sargeras is the god of demons. I guess he's not being resurrected, he's just being given a body so that he can run around and take over Azeroth. Anyone up to date in Egghead? I have been going for a long time on this, haven't I? And so, you go to the Nighthold. You infiltrate it. You beat up Elizond. You beat up Gul'dan. And Sargeras actually takes over the body of Illidan. You beat up Illidan with Sargeras' soul. Illidan gets his body back and is essentially resurrected. And then after that, you go to the Tomb of Sargeras. There is still like a lot of demons in there, and you want to get them. You want to get them out of the temple because that's actually where like the first body of Sargeras is. So you go there, and you fight Kil'jaeden. You fight him in his demon realm, and you kill him, which is a big deal. This is exactly what everybody who's against demons wanted. But he's like, you know what? Fuck you. Even though you killed me in my demon realm, you're stuck on Argus now. And so you're supposed to be like the sacrifices that took out Kil'jaeden, but then died on Argus, because it's literally a planet of demons. And Illidan goes, I have an idea. And everybody's like, shit, man, we'll try anything. And Illidan teleports the entire planet of Argus using Kil'jaeden's dying magic. He teleports the entire planet of Argus right outside Azeroth. And so...
That's not smart.
And so, the people with Illidan, I think it was Velen, the leader of the Draenei, and Khadgar, the strongest mage, are like, hey, Illidan, can't help but notice, this feels like a really, really bad idea, and you just fucked our entire world. And Illidan's like, what do you mean? I brought the demons to us. Now they're closer to us to hit with our swords. And so everybody's like, holy shit, Illidan. And so you go to Argus. You take spaceships and you're going back and forth between Argus and Azeroth because it's right fucking there. It was actually really cool because like from Azeroth, you could see Argus in the sky. Once you do the Tomb of Sargeras raid, Argus is just right there in the sky at all times. And so, you go to Argus, you do the Burning Antorus raid. You prevent Sargeras from being resurrected. He tries to, like, prematurely resurrect himself, and he stabs Azeroth with a giant fucking sword, but then he gets sealed away.
I've seen that cutscene.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's a giant sword in Silithius. And so, Illidan kind of stays back to fight Sargeras eternally. That's going to end in 10 years because what the fuck, Illidan? But that was the trilogy. That was how Legion ended. And it was kind of this trilogy of expansions with... It starts with Garrosh fucking everything up. It ends with Garrosh Release being the like catalyst for problems with demons, and then the Legion being the full-blown demon invasion. After that was BFA, and everybody in BFA was like, okay, BFA is going to be like the same thing. It's going to be the trilogy, but instead of demons, the big master problem is going to be the Void Gods. And it just wasn't. And you thought 40k had a lot of lore? 40k has a lot of lore. Warcraft also has very extensive lore. The problem with World of Warcraft lore is that they retcon the fuck out of it. And so...
Yes, the problem with Warcraft lore is it doesn't matter.
This overarching story of 3 expansions... Overall, it was cool for what it accomplished, right? But even that has problems. One of my biggest complaints with this section is that Grom Hellscream, the leader of the Horde in Warcraft 1, basically the orcs drank Fellblood to get powerful. And from then on, Grom always lived with guilt that he sold his people out to the demons and made slaves of them. And Garrosh Hellscream, his son, when he learned about his father's legacy, Garrosh was really depressed. When you meet him in Burning Crusade, he's like, my father was a loser, my father sold us to demons, he made slaves of our entire nation and race and culture, my father's such a big disappointment. And Thrall cheers him up. Thrall is like, your father was a fucking hero that literally broke us free of slavery. He killed Minoroth, the demon whose blood that we drank, and that freed us from the corruption and slavery. So yes, your father messed up, but he liberated us in the end. And Garrosh is like, damn, that's cool. My father wasn't that bad. And you know what? I can be a hero too, and I'll never sell my people out to like a higher power that makes them lose control. But then in Mists of Pandaria, that's exactly what he did. He saw the Shaw energy from the old gods and was like, yo, we get stronger from this. Everybody drink the Shaw energy. And it was like, your whole, like literally the core of your character is, I will never make the same mistake my father did. And he literally makes the same mistake his father did. So it's just like, to me, that is so fucking stupid. 40k does, but Guild Wars has maintained one consistent storyline. I think if Blizzard just quits, it could cure global warming. Oh my god. Blizzard's greatest moment. I think we should take the Eye of Terror and just put it somewhere else. Oh, Games Workshop? Okay.
I mean, WoW just likes to have a character, have like a very defining thing about that character, and then have them go against it.
It's crazy how, like, if they had one writer just sticking with it the whole time, it'd probably be good. But the problem is they, like, rotate writers because it's such a shit company to work for. And
yeah,
what people will do coming in is they'll take these old existing characters and just rewrite them. One of my favorite characters in World of Warcraft was Warlord Zayla. Shocker. That's just their name, I swear. Zaela. When you meet Warlord Zayla, is in Cataclysm. And basically, she lives in the Dragonmaw clan of orcs that's been hiding away in the Twilight Highlands. And so you find this clan, and you find out that there's a few orcs that live here that are, like, uncorrupted. Or they used to be corrupted, but, like, they've since lost the corruption when Manoroth died. Now they have, like, black skin. They've been living kind of peaceful lives. However, when Illidan fell in Burning Crusade, the Dragonmaw orcs that were with him basically just went home. These orcs had been, like, taming the Netherwing drakes, and they were, like, full Fel. They were, like, drinking heavily from Fel daily. And so they're, like, spiky demon orcs. These guys, when Illidan died, they were like, oh shit, the writing's on the wall for us. We need to get the fuck out of here. So they took a bunch of drakes, flew through the Dark Portal, and they went to the Twilight Highlands. They just left. They went home. And so they show up to the Dragon Maw clan in Twilight Highlands, and they're basically like, hey, we own the place now. And the Dragon Maw orcs are like, what? I mean, we recognize you, kind of. We know this guy's name and this guy's name, but you can't just say you own us now. And, shocker, the Demon Blood orcs kicked the shit out of the non-Demon Blood orcs and took over. When you discover them in Cataclysm, Zayla kind of helps you lead a rebellion against them. And when Garrosh shows up, he's like, Demon orcs, put them down. You have the Horde support. And so he, like, supplies a bunch of weapons and soldiers to Zayla. And she leads a rebellion, and you and Zayla kill all of the demon orcs in this village. And it's like, cool, we won, Pog. And then Garrosh shows up, and he's like, I lent you weapons and soldiers. And Zayla's like, yeah, you have our eternal loyalty. You have shown us honor, and we will show you the same in return for the Horde. And Garrosh is like, that's what I want to fucking hear. And so Garrosh and Zayla get along great, but Zayla saw the best of Garrosh. She saw him fighting demons and, like, wanting honor. And so, like, she works with you for a bunch of quests in this zone, and she's chill. She's literally just like, we're part of the Horde, we gotta earn our keep. Let's go after the fucking void shit and demons, let's do it. When Legion comes around, when Miss of Pandaria comes around, they give her a new voice actress. One that's way more, like, savage and crazy sounding. And she's just like, I don't care about honor, I care about Garrosh. She's kind of portrayed as, like, Garrosh's love interest. And she does...
Oh my gosh, she became a Garrosh fangirl.
She does not fight honorably. When you find her, she is riding a dragon with 2 fortresses, just throwing troops at you, and, like, suicide bombers, and raining hellfire down on you. And it's just... the whole thing is just, like, kind of eh. She actually survives the encounter, and at the start of Warlords of Draenor, she is the boss in a dungeon. It's kind of like a pre-Warlords of Draenor dungeon event. And in that, she's just fucking crazy. In that, she's just talking mad shit and kind of a bitch. And it's just like, man, this character was cool. And they just rewrote her for Garrosh's downfall. I need a drink.
Well, they made her into a fangirl. And we all know fangirls are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just turbo fangirl, turbo... I don't know. They rewrite stuff like that a shit ton. They redid Sylvanas' lore, which was crazy, because Sylvanas is like a fan favorite. I can fix her. When Shadowlands came out, they decided, hey, actually, Sylvanas died at the end of Wrath of the Lich King. She killed herself by throwing herself off the Ice Crown, because she was without purpose now that Arthas was dead. And that's when the jailer brought her back and made her a thrall to serve him. And it's just like, what? What? This wasn't mentioned at all.
Wait, wasn't she already a zombie?
Yes. So basically...
So she got zombied twice?
So, Sylvanas died in Silvermoon when defending it from Arthas in the first, like, march of the Legion.
Yeah, I know that.
And her soul got shattered then, because he has a domination weapon, which is not supposed to be on the mortal plane. But when she was brought back, she eventually rebelled and was able to get free will because she hated Arthas that much and beat the shit out of him. And in doing so, his control or I guess the Lich King's control over all the undead kind of waned, and a lot of the undead with the strongest wills were able to break free. She then spent a bunch of time collecting them and making the Forsaken. She joined the Horde because she needed allies. And when Wrath of the Lich King rolls around, she's fucking ready to go. She's been building the Forsaken army for a long time just to get back at this motherfucker. And she has a big setback at the Wrathgate. Her apothecary, her lead apothecary, is kind of like... She is so obsessed with Arthas and the Lich King, she's just going to throw us all to our deaths. And get us killed against this army of zombies. And so he betrays the Alliance and the Horde and basically says the Forsaken are on their own. We don't recognize the Horde, we don't recognize the Alliance. The Forsaken are the Forsaken. And he holds up in Lordaeron, the Undercity. At this point...
Shere Khan, you cannot fix crazy.
The Alliance and the Horde kind of work together to invade the Undercity. And, one team kills the Apothecary, the other team kills Varimathras, the demon that Sylvanas had enslaved, that chilled next to her up until this point. And so, she has that setback, but she's still good to go. Arthas dies, and she's just like, well, now I don't have any purpose. As someone who has never played WoW, my favorite character is Sally Whitemane. I swear it has nothing to do with the art of her. That is a fantastic pick for a favorite character tech. Even with her lore, she's pretty great. And so, you kill Arthas, and Sylvanas, only a few people know what happens to the Lich King. Basically, there's this whole cutscene where the ghost of Arthas' dad is like, there must always be a Lich King. If not, the undead will spread across the world like a plague. And so Bolvar, who is a prisoner of the Lich King, is like, I'll do it. I'm pretty much dead already. And so only the player character and Tyrion Fordring know about this. Even Sylvanas and Jaina don't know about this. And so,
What's on the ground?
Sylvanas goes to Icecrown, and she sees that there's a block of ice on the throne, but can't see what's in it. And so she kind of figures out there's still a Lich King. But Tyrion Fordring won't tell her, because the whole idea is don't tell people there's a Lich King. People can't know about this power. And so Sylvanas is like, okay, even my allies are kind of like fucking using me. I'm a little frustrated by this. But she's also just like, whatever, he's done, I got my revenge, I don't care anymore. She kills herself by just jumping off of Icecrown. Which is kind of dark. So she dies...
Also super selfish.
Yes. She dies for the second time here.
Because this
However,
is her abandoning her people that she made.
Mm-hmm. She goes to the Shadowlands, which is where dead people go. And she should have gone to either Maldraxxus, maybe Bastion. She shouldn't have gone to Revendreth, because she wasn't really that bad of a person. And she definitely shouldn't have gone to the Maw. But somehow, the jailer, who's trapped in the Maw, gets a hold of her. Maybe she did go to the Maw. I don't think she should have, though. She goes to the Maw. The jailer is
I mean, she was a bit crazy before then. But I don't think she should have gone to the Maw.
The Maw is like hell.
Isn't,
where
like, the Maw supposed to be the worst? Yeah.
Yeah. The Maw is where,
she
like...
did some crazy shit before then, but she didn't do anything that bad.
Yeah, the Maw is where irredeemable people go. Just the most evil of evil. And so... she goes to the Maw. And the jailer's like... oh, I can see that you've been touched by a Domination Blade. I can send you back to Azeroth. I can bring you back to life from here. And she's like, I'm not going to do that. And he's like, here are your options. I torture you for eternity here, or you go back and, serve me. And she's like, well, hi, Zai. Well, I guess I'm going back. And so she goes back to life. And, this is something they wrote at the start of Shadowlands. Maybe the start of BFA. But for, the next 10 years in the story, this is a complete, they haven't made this up yet. So she's still cool. She hasn't died. She's still cool. She's just I gotta take care of my Forsaken, right? They're my children. I look after them like my babies. Everything about her character after Icecrown is rights for the Forsaken. Rights and, well-being. And, she serves the Horde. She's not always, super chill. She likes using gas stuff because it fucking works. And she doesn't like sending her soldiers to die in battle. And so, she serves the Horde. At the start of Legion, Vol'jin dies like a bitch because Blizzard just decided, we're done with Vol'jin, get him out of here instantly. And
saddest moment of my life.
As Vol'jin's dying, he goes, hey, the spirits are telling me that Sylvanas should be war chief. And so, the spirit that told Vol'jin to say that to him was also serving the jailer. You like thighs, by the way? And so, Vol'jin's whole character, by the way, was don't always listen to the spirits, because spirits can be good or bad. But, he just decided to listen to this one. Oops. And Sylvanas becomes the leader of the Horde. She kind of doesn't do anything for Legion. She makes a deal with Helia, which is a fallen Valkyrie. She also died in Cataclysm. She got shot in the back of the head, and her Valkyries had to resurrect her, which meant she lost her ability to make new undead. But she makes a deal with Helia. It's never fully stated what that deal is. We kind of just assumed she wanted more Valkyries so that she could resurrect more people to be Forsaken. We thought she was just worrying about her people's population. And because they never expanded on it, it kind of left the door open for Blizzard to be like, nope. Because Helia also serves the jailer, it was his servants contacting each other. What? Fucking stupid. That was pretty much all she did in Legion. In BFA, she just starts going mad crazy. She burns down Teldrassil, which was the Night Elf home. It was this giant world tree, and she just burns it to the ground. And she kind of just starts a war with the Alliance. And it's just what the fuck? And most of the Horde is what are you doing? Why?
Starts a war for no goddamn reason.
You kind of find out that the reason she was doing this was to just cause as much death in Azeroth as possible. Which doesn't make any sense, because the jailer has set it up in the Shadowlands that all souls go to hell. None of them go to the other afterlives. And so, by all of them going to hell, the jailer is absorbing their strength, their souls, and fast-tracking himself to power. Now, the people in the Shadowlands, they didn't have a way to stop this. This was kind of just going on for 8 years, and they were just scratching their heads, just damn, this is crazy, and we don't know what to do. Guess we'll just do nothing. And so, there was absolutely no reason for Sylvanas to go crazy and try to, kill as many people as possible on a global scale to supercharge the jailer. They could have just left it. They had funneled all the souls to the Maw. Just leave it. Just don't touch it. And after 30 years, jailer would have been strong enough to break himself out, and Azeroth's champions would never have gone to the Shadowlands to stop him. But Sylvanas starts fast-tracking death on Azeroth. The Horde eventually stops following her and betrays her. She leaves. She doesn't even they're not even like able to stop her. They're just like, we're going to. It's a rebellion. They're going to siege Orgrimmar. Sylvanas fights Sourfang and Amak'Ra. Sourfang gets his ass whooped. But it looks Sylvanas. It makes Sylvanas look bad, and she kind of just like gets angry and says, "All of you are nothing. There's no horde. You all fucking suck." And everybody's like, "Yeah, we don't recognize you as war chief anymore." She's like, "You know what? I don't need this anymore." She just flies away. She flies to Icecrown, beats up Bolvar, who's the new Lich King, rips open the helmet, which creates a portal to the Shadowlands, and basically delivers the champions of Azeroth to go stop the jail. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. World of Warcraft lore. It felt directionless. There's no
Lich King anymore.
There's no Lich King anymore. It felt directionless up until Wrath of the Lich King. Once Cataclysm started, it felt like, where are we going? With Cataclysm to Legion, they had an overarching storyline that was cool, but it just felt like they were sacrificing too much to make that happen. And then after Legion, it's just been dog water. It's just been piss lore since then. Sally Whitemane. Tech mentioned Sally Whitemane, so we're going to talk about her now, after I get a drink. Okay, Sally Whitemane. So Whitemane was born in an area that was basically annihilated by the Scourge when the undead first attacked the Eastern Kingdoms. And so because she was part of the like very few surviving people, she hates the Scourge. She hates all undead. And the Scarlet Crusade is formed as this group of holy knights that are going to train, master holy combat, and kill undead. However, they're a little zealous in their nature, and a demon goes, "Wow, these guys have made their own cult. I'm just gonna go in and like kill their leader and wear his skin, and I just have my own free cult now. Great." And so he goes and does exactly that. He kills the leader of these zealots, and basically a demon is running them. Now, with a demon running this cult, he makes them more cult-like and more crazy. He starts convincing them that the reason all the bad things happened is not just because of the undead, but because of the other races as well. The dwarves, the orcs, the night elves, the trolls. The only thing that isn't sacrilegious and evil is humans and the light. And so they just start killing anybody. And Whitemane, she serves the light and she's a good priest, but she's just brought up in this cult, and so she gets a little crazy too. She's not like calling the shots and making decisions for them. She's just the high priest of this cult and focusing on the healing and reviving fallen warriors. The players go and kill her, and she dies. However, in Legion, each of the classes has a class hall, and you can only see other people there that are the same class as you. The Death Knights, their class hall is this floating necropolis, which is like a bone-themed pyramid floating in the sky. And their class campaign involves reviving 4 horsemen of war, the 4 horsemen or whatever, to serve you, and you'll be like the high overlord of undeath or whatever. And so the first one you revive is an orc named Nazgrim. Strong orc, proud warrior of the Horde. The second one you revive is Danath Trollbane, who is this like renowned and amazing and awesome king of the Alliance that died when the orcs first invaded, I think. Maybe before then. This guy was a badass, though. The third horseman, you need like a spiritual leader of the four horsemen. You need one that was a strong and powerful warrior of the light. And so you decide, Sally Whitemane. So you go to the Scarlet Monastery, get her body, and bring her back to life. And she's like, what the fuck? And you're like, yeah, you were a zealot Scarlet Crusader in life. Here's where the world is now. The Legion are attacking. You want to be a horseman or you want to go back in the grave? And she's like, I want to learn all about the lies that I was brought up on. And so, sure, I'll be a horseman. And so she just becomes a horseman. And she's pretty chill. She isn't really doing much now. She hasn't done anything since Legion, but we saw her in one cutscene in Shadowlands when she was carrying Bolvar when he like got his ass whooped, and he had Nazgrim under one arm and Whitemane under the other as they kind of like brought him to safety after he got his ass whooped by Sylvanas. So yeah.
Oh, I see why Tech likes this character.
Oh yeah. She got a character redesign when she was added to Heroes of the Storm, and oh my god, it is fantastic. She's so fucking hot. We are at 4.7 miles. We're going to go into another video, because this video is about to end. How long is this video? 1 hour and 54 minutes.
Now we just need a super long video. We stretch the stream out for 4 hours.
I already know what the next one is. It's like 30 minutes.
Oh. Yeah.
I get spoiled on them, and it's like, I used to not even see it, but now that I've noticed, oh, it's telling me what the next video is, I see it every fucking time, and I'm like, damn it. Damn it.
See, I don't have that problem. Mine doesn't do that. So I don't think it does that. Here, let's...
Oh yeah, I've run out of vanishes, so I'm just getting hit by spells this whole ramp.
Pepe hand.
Whew. So yeah, that's Warcraft lore. Some of the lore of some of the favorite characters that have been bastardized and dragged through the mud, and thanks, Blizzard. But this video was from the best expansion. People will either say Wrath of the Lich King or Legion was the best. And the reason for that is...
my YouTube doesn't do that.
The reason for that is both of these expansions brought massive innovations to the game. Wrath of the Lich King brought multiple difficulty raids. And so before Wrath of the Lich King, raids only had one difficulty. Which meant the earlier raids were typically kind of easy, and the later raids were harder. But in Wrath of the Lich King, they wanted everybody to see the raids. In vanilla, it took so much effort to get into raids. Less than 1% actually cleared Blackwing Lair. And literally the final raid in the game, only 40 guilds killed the final boss of Naxxramas. So literally 40 times 40. 1,600 players killed the final boss of Vanilla WoW. Which is, if you think about that, that is a huge waste of resources. That's if there's no overlap.
Some of those players aren't overlap.
Yeah, and they probably were.
So if there's overlap, there's even less people who cleared it.
Just think about that. Coming out with a raid and like the hardest boss, and of 3 million players, 1,600 actually see that boss. actually killed it. That is a massive failure and a waste of resources. And so, with Burning Crusade, they wanted raids to be easier. So they reduced the raid sizes from 20 and 40 to 10 and 25. That way, it'd be way easier for people to get into raids of like 10 people, Karazhan. And once they did that, that was the stepping stone into 25-man guilds to do like bigger raids. They didn't want a raid group to feel unattainable with 20. They wanted 10-man to be super, super easy to get into. The other thing they did is they kind of just made the raids easy. Karazhan was really easy compared to anything well, I don't think they were easier. I think they were kind of just the same and players got better. But like anybody that raided in vanilla was like, holy shit, raids in Burning Crusade are easy now. All of the top guilds from vanilla basically broke apart in Burning Crusade because they got bored and they were like, this shit sucks. But at the end of Burning Crusade was the Sunwell, and way more guilds cleared that. But it was still like only 1%. It was still like 1% of the player base was actually seeing the final boss. And so, after that, Wrath of Lich King came out. And they said, we're going to do the same raid. That was my guild. We didn't survive Wrath of Lich King. My guild also didn't survive Wrath of Lich King. Wrath of Lich King comes out, and they have, instead of this raid is for 10-man and this raid is for 25-man, a raid has 10-man and 25-man. So both 10-man guilds, which have become massively popular now, like 25-man guilds were dying because everybody was just like, no, I'll just join a 10-man guild. That's way more fun. It's way more fun to play with 10 people as opposed to a whole 25 people. And so, Wrath of Lich King comes out. There's better loot in the 25-man, but they've got the 10-man, 25-man split. The big innovation, though, was one of the raids, Obsidian Sanctum, has a hard mode. Number 3 in the server, fuck yeah. The Obsidian Sanctum is a raid where there is a dragon named Sartharion in it. However, there are 3 mini-bosses around him. You basically have to clear out the raid of all the trash in these 3 drakes, and then you fight Sartharion. If you fight the 3 drakes and then Sartharion, it's fucking easy. The drakes on their own are like basically trash. They're basically minions. And then you fight Sartharion, he summons a lava wall that you have to like go into a gap of to not die. That's the big mechanic of Sartharion. However, anything you didn't kill will join the fight. And so there were 4 difficulties to this fight. You could either fight Sartharion with no drakes, Sartharion 1 drake, Sartharion 2 drake, or Sartharion 3 drake. And if you killed Sartharion with 3 drakes, you got better loot. This meant that the best of the best guilds had something to work toward, but the worst of the worst guilds, they could just pug Obsidian Sanctum and see the raid boss. What this meant is that like 30% of the player base was now seeing every boss in a raid fight. But the best of the best players, only like 1% of them were doing the hardest content. And this worked. This Obsidian Sanctum was like the testing for this. After that, they explored this fully with Ulduar. Ulduar had 14 bosses, and 10 of them had hard modes. Now they triggered it in some way, like you press this button behind the boss, and the fight is literally harder now. Or you do a specific mechanic, and that makes the fight harder now. And Ulduar, to this day, is known as like one of the best raids in World of Warcraft. People fucking loved it. Get the fuck out of here, NPC. Hi, Kitsu. I didn't see you there, because purple names. After the Overwatch age of things, I don't see how they can keep track of more complicated lore. True. So many purples. We love the Professor Plums in this chat. We're a WoW player. We like seeing purples. After Ulduar, they just said it's too complicated making like something to trigger hard mode. We're just gonna have hard mode. We're gonna have normal difficulty and heroic difficulty. And that was great. That was like so good for the game because it meant most people at endgame are seeing the full context of raids now. You look back at vanilla where it was like 40 guilds killed Kel'Thuzad. That's massively awful. There, I'll be pink for now. You can be whatever color you want to be, Kitsu. I just took a second to notice you. In Cataclysm, the big innovation was LFR, which to this day people think is the worst thing ever added to this game. Now, I think LFR is great. It means you can pug for a raid, do it with randoms. It's so easy that you'll see the story and lore of the raid. Because there's people who can't commit to a guild schedule. There's people who, like an oil rig worker. An oil rig worker literally goes and works on an oil rig for 2 weeks. And then they come back for 2 weeks. That can't commit to a guild schedule. They can't show up every Thursday and Friday for raid night. So, like, LFR is perfect for those guys. And with LFR, it meant that, like, 60% of the player base was actually seeing the interior of raids. Which, again, I would say is a massive W. Truckers, too, yeah. They'd be on the road for, like, 5 days and be home for 2 days. And it's not the same 2 days every day. So, there's a lot of people that LFR just benefits greatly. In Mists of Pandaria, the big innovation was flex raiding. Just raid on your Steam Deck. In Mists of Pandaria, they added flex raiding. So before, raids were 10-man or 25-man. But what do you do if you have 11 people? What do you do if you have 20 people? That shit sucks. You have to rotate people in and out. So they added flex raiding. And the way flex raiding works is bosses will scale based on how many people you have, and you can have 10 to 30 people in a raid group. I've never seen another MMO do this, but it's the best shit ever. If you have 16 people for raid, you go in with 16. If you have 27, you go in with 27. There is no sitting people out, no we need exactly 8, exactly 10. You bring the number you have. And then in Warlords of Draenor, in Mists of Pandaria, flex raiding was just for the lowest difficulty. But in Warlords of Draenor, they said this applies to all difficulties except Mythic now. So we are going to have LFR at the bottom, which is going to be 25 people that are randomly put together in a queue system. We're going to have normal and heroic, which is flex. 10 to 30 players. And then we're going to have Mythic rating, which is a set 20. By having a difficulty that is an exact 20, we can really fine-tune the fights to be exactly how we want them to be. My guild did pug on Saturdays. We'd call them pups instead. That's cute.
See.
Flex rating is one of the coolest things in video games to me. And only WoW does it. In Legion, the big innovation was Mythic Dungeons. And in the past, you know, if you were a PvE player, what did you play for in WoW? You played for the raid, which happened 2, maybe 3 nights a week if you were an aggressive guild. What did you do the other 4 days a week? Fuck all. You just, like, there was nothing to do with WoW. And so, with Legion, they added Mythic Dungeons. And Mythic Dungeons have been one of the best features of World of Warcraft since then. Because it meant there's, like, infinitely scaling content PvE-wise that you can do with as little as 5 people. After Legion was BFA, I don't know what BFA added. After BFA was Shadowlands, I don't know what Shadowlands added. Those expansions, I think they... I can't think of any game-breaking innovation that, like, this changed the game. I think they've just been doing...
I know what BF added.
What?
It added the Azerite trinket.
No, they didn't.
That was useless.
That was exactly what your artifact weapon was in Legion, but just reversed in a way. That was an innovation of Legion that just... BFA was trying to be more Legion, but they just did everything worse.
I see.
Shadowlands did the same thing. Instead of Azerite or an artifact weapon, you had your Covenant Soul Crucible thing. I think artifact weapons were the best way to do it. The Soul Crucible and the Azerite necklace was just dog water. But
they were.
Oh well. I don't think from a game perspective, BFA, Shadowlands, or Dragonflight have really added anything that innovative. It's just been more of the same. In fact, Dragonflight's been less because it took out a temporary power system like artifact weapons, Azerite, and Soul Crucible. And so... Shocker.
Yeah, but no one liked those things.
I actually really liked artifact weapons. People complained about them, but they were good for the game. And what they did was, you would run a dungeon, you would do any content, and it felt like you weren't wasting your time. Because you would get artifact power. And, like, people didn't like it because it meant, oh, I have to play the game every week. It means I have to stay on top of it. But that was just them exaggerating and full of bullshit. The thing was, if you played the game every week, you would have the highest level of artifact power. If you missed a month and came back, there were massive catch-up mechanics that would get you 5 levels below the top level. Let's say the top level was 65, you would catch up to 60, like, instantly. And then over, like, 3 weeks, you'd be the same level as them. You would just be the same level. And so, like, people said, oh, it means that, you know, you can't miss a week, you can't miss 2 weeks, you'll be forever behind if you do. Those people just suck at math. They just did. The problem with Azerite was it tried adding customization to your infinitely scaling artifact. With artifact weapons, over the first few months, you unlocked traits and unlocked abilities for your class and spec. And then eventually you just had them all, and you just got an infinite scaling buff that was like, hey, you got another level for your artifact weapon. Here's 0.5% damage. Super, super minor. With Azerite, you had different abilities and shit based on which Azerite traits you got. And so, there was a very clear meta, this one's best, don't get those. Even if the other ones were fun, you should be getting the best one. And they were not equal at all. It was not comparable. One would be like, you do 80k DPS with this. The other one would be like, you do 30k DPS with this. It was shocking how unbalanced they were. And anytime you got a new piece of gear, you couldn't just equip it. You had to level that up to then have the traits to be able to use it. It was like crazy. So it was this constant setting of like, you got a new piece of gear. Can't wait to equip that in a month. Takeru. Hi. With Shadowlands, it was less problems from BFA. You had your Covenant that was thematically maybe not what you wanted, but you picked the one that was best for you. And it was frustrating level, and like a patch would change and be like, oh, change Covenant. So like with BFA and Shadowlands, you constantly had to like change what you were doing, and it just sucked. It just sucked. Whereas artifact weapons in Legion, you got the points, you had the points. You were golden. You didn't need to like constantly re-level stuff. You didn't have to sit on gear. Still talking about WoW. I got going. No work for me today. My legs are still dead from jumping around all night at the concert. Fuck yeah. We're at 5.4 miles.
Time to stop.
Time to stop. Whew. Ah.
We need it.
Oh, no, come on. Where's my mouse? There it is. Ah. Let's give you music. Tracking, please. Ah.
Can't believe Matt went to one concert. Now he's gonna fucking die.
He's not gonna die. He can handle a concert. 5.439 miles.
Oh my god, they have the worst candy.
It's not the worst.
No, candy corn is
Set.
dog water.
Okay, dude. You think
Candy
ketchup
corn
is dog water.
Yo, bro, ketchup is dog water, but candy corn's even worse.
Set title.
Candy corn
Okay,
doesn't have a flavor to it. It just tastes like disappointment.
Walking 5.4 miles. And now we rest. Updated title.
There you go.
Alright, everybody, look away. Look away, I gotta do the thing.
Don't look away. Don't listen to him.
Did you just crunch something as I did that?
When you let go of the candy, it uses them.
It literally went off as I was, like, breaking my spine.
Nice. Totally wasn't planned, but it was perfect.
Damn, Yulin practicing the Halloween moves. You know what's crazy? Now that I have this tracker on the front, it's where it should be. It's exactly where it should be. So I think it's that base station that something's wrong. Worlds. Recently visited. Book Nook. Wispy Woo.
Now we're going to the book place.
No, we're not going to Book Nook. That was just in my recent, so I'm using that one to get to other Wispy Woo worlds.
Oh, I see.
Cyber Seduction. Wait, Derive Express? We're going to Express. Invite Plus. Drop Portal. Here we go. When does Takaru join me on a walk? Or maybe just after one for cuddles. After standing all day at work, spending all night jumping around to metal music is way more than my calves are used to. Oh, that's loud. You're going to 15. Jesus. Yoink. Where do I need to be looking? I've never been here, so we're gonna explore a little bit. Huh. Are we actually getting closer? I think we are. Wait, maybe that's just the clouds moving. No, we're totally getting close. That is totally a wall that we're getting closer. I just need to start my PC when you are done walking. But joining sounds like a plan sometime. Hell yeah. I think we've been here before. I feel like we have, Sen. I feel like I saw this with Core like 2 years ago. Okay, so we do get through the door. We do see cool stuff like that. Let's see what else is in the...
Oh, if you change the weather, the city doesn't exist.
Wait. Oh, there's main train? Wait a minute. This avatar's loot is... Oh, I didn't mean to teleport. For anybody that knows, this avatar here, that's a lewd avatar. I was planning on joining you this morning, but I know I'd fall asleep in VR.
Avatar pedestal outside.
Oh. Why indeed? Maybe this map is old. Got a bar area. Oh my god. Wait, this is like the best plushie they've ever made. Why aren't they putting in their new maps?
The axolotl.
And then a bed.
I'm not a fan of the carpet in this train.
They put a carpet
you know
in
how
all their
hard
maps.
it is to clean shag carpet, though?
I don't. But I don't think carpet's that... Oh. Well then. Let's see the comfy train. Last one will be able to catch up. Oh, they literally have a jacuzzi. This isn't water. This is like gelatin. Never realized you missed day 69. Hi, Zori. I wanted to hang out with you while you were playing Deep Rock, but I was playing Deep Rock. And I was fucking feeding because I'm not good at the game, and my friends were like, we're gonna play on Hazard 3. And I was like, okay. Get your cock out of the deep. No! Okay, we're going topside. Haz 3 is easy mode. Juice, I'm bad at the game. I can teach you, Yuland. I don't know. I just got my scout to 20. Sometimes I feel useless on the scout.
Oh, your leg died.
My leg did not die. It's
Now
just
back.
having trouble tracking. Okay, let's lay down. I need to turn the camera back on. Hello.
Oh, there's no Moogle today.
Nobody redeemed it, as far as I know.
Nope, still there.
Yeah, it's actually a lot easier to see the notifications for redeems with OBS. But I'm still mad I can't see view count.
25.
Oh, nice.
Even though it's an unimportant number.
It is unimportant, but it helps me know when to raid. Yulin, you got a solo Hazard 5?
Raiding.
I didn't even know there was a Hazard 5. What do you mean? Oh, yep. Can you
tried to move it and then you grabbed it.
I know. First person Yulin. Yeah, we went first person to like inspect the train. Hazard 1 to 2 is like, I don't feel like trying. Hazard 3 is usually warm up. Hazard 4, if you have a group of people who know what they're doing. Let me know if you ever want to play with a group that has spent way too long playing. We can help teach. See, that seems like exactly what I don't want, Matthews, because I want to play with people that are on the same level with me. I played 2 weeks ago, not for the first time, but I played with Full Metal Ratchet, and he was literally 2 levels lower than me. I was like 8, he was 6, and it was like, this is great. You know, I've got somebody around my level, and we played with Tal, who hadn't played in 2 years, but played a lot. And her boyfriend, Apple Smack, who has played a shit ton. And then we were like, oh, we gotta play again. We gotta finish Oktoberfest. And so we did that yesterday. But Full has gotten addicted to the game and literally played it for 2 weeks nonstop. So he's like prestige 2 times or something. He's max level on. He's like, I don't play Digger anymore. I like the fucking engineer is just like, okay, so now I'm the baby of the group playing with a bunch of people that are pro. I hate this. Wait, you play with people? Gale, you should always be playing with people. If you're not playing with
Yeah,
players, there's the little robot, and he counts. You have Deep Rock, but have like 5 in playtime. Just never had anyone to play with. It's... If you have... Bosco-chan? Yeah. If you have like 1 to 3 friends, it is a game that you can easily just dump a month into. It is so fun with friends. If you could just find one other person to play it with, you'll be golden.
I used to play it a lot, and the person I downloaded to play with it stopped playing it.
Oh. Play with randos? You can play with randos too. To me, it's one of those games where it's like, it's at its peak when you're playing with your homies, your group that you play regularly with. We all played 7 Days to Die instead. That's another game that, like, you get on with the homies, you could get on every day and just have a blast. You rarely play with people. Gale, I'm not sure if that's because you just prefer to play alone, or if it's because you struggle to reach out to others. Some people prefer to play alone. Some people are just like that. It's probably both.
Gale's like, I rarely play with people who has 3 Baldur's Gate runs going with 3 different groups.
My whole life I thought I was an introvert. Because I'm just, I can play things solo and have a good time. But I enjoy playing with others more. I'm just not like super dependent or like needy for playing with others. But then Zayla was like, hey, I think I'm an extrovert because it's way more fun with people. And I was like, oh shit, I might be too. And so literally 32 years of my life, I was like, I'm an introvert. And then suddenly I'm like, no, I like being around people more. Even if I'm just like silent and just listening to them, I get a lot of energy from playing with others. It's the same group for each one, just different amounts? How does that even work? Not gonna lie, I really like this map. We're gonna come here more often.
It's alright. I prefer the snowscape, though.
The snowscape?
You can change the background. I don't have the city up right now. We're going through a snowfield.
I see. A lot of people get annoyed when they play what you send. Is that because you take too much time and go slow and like check every little thing? Because if so,
Senreal, I will play with you.
I know people to play with for you.
I will just chill, and we can take your time, and I'll let you click on things.
If all 3 people are available, we do full group. If one is missing, we do 3-man group. I see. A lot of it is that you don't take things seriously.
Bro, we shit posting in games? That's hilarious.
There's people who they don't take it seriously and it annoys me. I think Senreal is just such a good and comfy time that I'd be like, he can get away with this. I'll let him. Hi, Spacefish. Welcome.
Gale is the shy boy. He does not talk much.
Spacefish was talking about a pizza she made. And she was like, it's the best pizza I've ever made. And I was like, alright, maybe she didn't go kind of crazy and put weird stuff on it. And she's like, so I put a lot of fish on it. Like a lot of fish.
Bro, just because you don't like fish doesn't mean the rest of us don't get to like.
I think fish is fine. But on pizza, I'm like, what? Huh?
I don't know. I haven't tried it before. No place around me puts fish on pizza.
Hi, Addie up in Spin.
It sounds good to me.
Oh, now you speak Finnish, huh? Well, I believe they are Finnish, so yes. Runa fish pizza is so nice and juicy. Oh, tuna fish. Well, you know what, Space Fish? I'm happy you enjoyed it. Add me? No, I'm not gonna do that. Heck, I can't type today. I love the heck can't type today, messing up putting a typo in the thing that's like I'm making typos. Not yet, Lost One.
Uh-oh. Hair's gone.
I have it at the ready. Oh, there's a fucking giant jellyfish out there. So yeah, the first video we walked to today was Suramar. This was the best zone in Legion, and probably the best zone of all of WoW. And, much to my surprise, it had 370 views when I was going live 2.5 hours ago. I don't know why. I think people just really like Suramar, but maybe my videos are just showing up in the algorithm.
I think you hit the end of the city. I saw jellyfishes in the background.
Air salty that you didn't know earlier? Did any news happen yesterday? Add me, mommy? Alright, you can do it now. I lost one. No, you're asking too much, Addie. You're being cringe. Bye. Hi, Icewinter. Wait, actually, Ice? I'll fucking add you. If we haven't already. Social. Search. Ice. Where's
I don't know if Winter's name is Icewinter, though.
I also don't know, but I'm gonna search for Icewinter.
I have them on my friends list.
Yeah, I also have them on my friends list. Okay. Add me. Okay, Zai. Should probably follow too. Fine, I'm going. I'm too cringe for you. What are you doing, Dablin? Hi, Global. I think you were you? Oh god, my days are starting to blend together. Zai, follow? What that? You're all dorks.
Zai, you can't follow. You already followed.
Yeah, so I found you, Icewinter, and it was like a yellow name, so I was like, oh, would you look at that? You just woke up? Yeah, I think I remember talking to you in Foss's chat, and that's why I was thinking I already said hi to you. Welcome back, Freya. We had 5.4 miles. I'm so glad my leg, what we adding? So somebody just came in and they were like, add me please, add me, mom. Just like, alright, get out of here. So we banned them. And then half of chat was like, add me, Yulin, and I'm already fucking friends with them.
Ah, damn.
I don't know if I've added you yet, Freya. I can't remember if you sent me a friend request or not. LOL for what, though?
Oh, I take it back. Winter isn't on my friends list.
Imagine being friends with Yulin. Takaru, are we not? I've checked into your stream now and then, but I don't know if I'm I've caught you on VR chat. Oh my god, there's so many Takarus. I'm not sure which one you would be. There's so many Takarus.
Oh, I actually have Takaru on my friends list.
Which one are they?
Just TK.
Their name is just TK?
Yeah, capital T, E, K,
TKAY. TK.
What? Oh, you're TK. Okay.
Yeah.
User search.
When was I just chilling with Takaru in VRC?
TK. That looks like it'd be Takaru.
Yeah, you'll notice it when you see him.
Mm-hmm. And then user search. Freya. Twitch name is the VRC. Okay. You're a bird. Whoa, wait. Hold on. Your trust rank is user. I don't know if I can send you a friend request. Oh, that's a red flag right there. Oh, jeez. Takaru
Wait,
is
what
never
happened?
on, though. Freya's a user on VRChat, which means
Oh.
absolutely nothing.
I'm pretty sure I'm just a user.
Let's see. The lost one. You are just a user.
Yeah, get fucked. I'm just a user. I don't play VRC. I haven't got the hour requirement to be fancy enough.
Oh, I see Takaru's from Digimon. I just started, you donks. Hi, Ramus. Climbing.
It's alright. I've had this account for years, Freya. I'm still just a user.
Trusted, but VRC keeps setting my rank to user randomly? Oh, that's weird. I haven't thought about my rank in... I don't even know how long. User vibes.
I know they made it to where you could change it.
Yeah, so they made it so that you could, like, set it down a little bit. Because there was like a coalition or movement of trusted users that were like, we're better than everybody else. We're better than users. And it turned out there was a shit ton of people that weren't trusted users that were like, all right, well, we outnumber you, so we're kicking you out of Worlds. And so he was like, okay, you can hide your ranks now. Is there a pillow there? There's like a pillow.
No, I threw all of the pillows.
But there's one on the screen.
I threw all of the pillows outside of the map. Yeah, but it's outside of the world. It's outside of the car, so you can't grab it.
Okay. Also, yay,
you
friends.
You didn't want them here, so I made it to where you couldn't grab them.
But they're still there. Better than anyone else sitting in a mirror for 8 hours.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about Jedi mind grabbing them through the world and them smacking your face.
My issue is less grabbing them and more that they're in the shot. Although grabbing them on accident is also annoying.
I don't think yeah, it's outside of the...
I could probably grab it if I went over and got it.
Well, yeah, because you can put your hand through the wall. I can't.
I'm tired. I could fall asleep in this world so easily. Alright, plans for today. We eat, we shower, and then we play Baldur's Gate. That'll probably be in my Discord. For anybody that wants to
No, you're gonna take a nap.
see that. Let's see, am I gonna take a nap?
Last time you're like, I'll eat, shower, and then as soon as you got done with the shower and eating, you're like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap, set an alarm.
Honestly, you're right, because I took a nap yesterday, and I've literally been up since 2 a.m. You used to be able to stick your head through the wall on desktop?
even if you were awake right now, as soon as you got finished taking the bath and ate, you'd be tired.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's so comfy and I don't want to get up.
I mean, unless you just fell asleep right now.
Well, if I had cuddlers here with me, I'd fall asleep in VR chat. But I don't.
Yep, it's just desktop.
It's just a little desktop.
Wow, when you say it like that, it sounds demeaning.
You're short.
I mean, this is a public avatar. I don't know what to tell you. It's the height it was designed for.
Well, you could change that to anything you wanted, but you are a short.
Yeah, but I don't know how
desktop
tall
user.
I am in meters. I don't know how tall I am in meters.
That's a skill issue.
It is a skill issue. Mostly because I don't know how tall I am in imperial units either.
Oh god. When was the last time you measured yourself?
When I was 16.
Why? Have you just been like having fun not measuring yourself?
I don't care. I don't measure myself. I don't weigh myself. It's not important. I'm happy being me.
That's fair. I still think it's weird, but it's fair.
I mean, you're entitled to think it's weird. It's okay. I'm weird. Trust me.
Okay. I'm gonna go eat. So we're gonna send everybody somewhere. Oh wait.
Yes.
Who's alive right now?
The actual death.
I need this monitor. And then I click this. Let's see. most of you to sleep and bored to tears with that. But I had fun. And that's what this stream is about, damn it. So, with that, we're going to go say hi to Proxy. I love you. Bye.